Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for Saturday, the 7th of May, 2022. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. Would love to see you in that. In that, I do general channeling for the collective, but I also give mini reads in there as well for donations. So if you're interested in getting a question answered by your higher self or your guides, come along in there. You want to try me out, or you've got a specific question just for a short answer reading. You can find the next show laying in wait on my YouTube channel by clicking on the Be Healing thing that's down there, and you'll see the next show laying in wait. You can click on set a reminder on there. You can certainly see it in your time zone as well. So if you're interested in a private reading with me, they're available from my website, behealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below and also one up there as well. I get them out within 48 hours of you ordering them, so they're not always available. If there's no availability, if it says it's all sold out, just check back a day or two later and you'll find something coming up. What are the energies we've all got going on today? We've got some acceptance going on. Just doing the side eye there. Acceptance, okay. I don't know whether I like these cards so much, the love wordies and the acceptance and all of that. It often to me feels like, oh, we've got to accept something that otherwise we're not going to like it. We're not going to like it. What else? Guides, what else? In the energies today. We're not going to like it, but we've got to accept it. Play. Oh, and have fun anyway. Have fun anyway. What else? Turbulence was on the bottom of the deck there, but those two flew out. Take the helm and communicate. Oh, okay. Well, take the helm. So be the one in control here. Get moving on something. Take the helm. You could have been holding back on communicating with someone, and you need to accept it that they're not. You could have been waiting for someone to communicate with you, thinking it's their turn to talk. They need to do it, and it's just not happening, and you might need to do that communicating. Take the helm. Be playful about it and accept it that the other person isn't going to do it. You need to do it. You need to take action is what it feels like. And the action to take is to talk about it, to communicate something to someone. What else? We've got the Queen of Swords. There's something to cut out here. Some boundaries to be had. You could be getting very clear on something that you've got a boundary and that people can't overstep it. And you need to speak out about that. Page of Wands. Wow, some very exciting news coming in here. I like that. Too many. What else? Justice. This is the card of karma. This is the good stuff that you've got coming or bad stuff that you've got coming, depending on what energy you've been putting out there. And yeah, the justice is coming in. Now, we could be talking about exciting news about a court case kind of thing. We could be having some justice being done there. But it just could doesn't need to be part of the justice system kind of thing. It can be just, karma playing out and you get the good news about that. They might be connected, those two. I feel the acceptance is more connected with the Queen of Swords there. Seven of Swords. Oh, someone's been sneaky. Someone has been trying to hold something back from you or con you in some kind of a way. Someone's been lying. That could be what the justice comes out. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if all of these things are connected. So the Queen of Swords, there is something to cut out. There's something to have boundaries to. It feels like you need to accept a situation. Something isn't going to happen or someone's not going to do something. You need to tell them to do it or tell them back off. This isn't on anymore kind of thing. Quit something or tell them to stop. The Hermit. The Hermit is about you being on your path. And we've all got our individual paths. And our individual paths, we have complete, what's the word I'm looking for? Complete, I can't think of the word. We get to make the decisions on it, right? And sometimes we can make those free will. We've got complete free will on our path, right? And so we're not always going to We could procrastinate forever and not take action on it. Other people can do that too, right? And so we can't say to someone else, you should do this, you should do that, it was right for you to do this, you did the wrong thing, kind of thing, because it's their path and it's a path and they get free will on that path. Nor should we take anyone else's shoulds on either for our path. We get to make the decisions on our path, whether we decide not to make those decisions or not, whether we decide to forego something, whether we cave into the fear and we don't do it, something that we know would be good for us. It doesn't matter. It's still our choice, right? We have complete free will in that. And so it feels like stay in your own lane, this, and make the decisions for yourself. Have clarity about that and cut out what isn't working for you, and kind of be independently. The Nine of Pentacles almost did come out with that pile of cards there. It was the one that was turned the other way, and that is the single independent energy. It's very much, I'm feeling the same kind of an energy the energy from this Hermit, is that you've got to be on your own path now and realize that it is your own path. And you can only be concerned with your own path, really. And what does that mean? It means we can't say, oh, well, this person should be on this path with me and be doing this thing, because they've got free will and they've got their own path too, and it could meander away from yours. We can't should all over people, and we shouldn't let other people should all over us too. We can follow our own paths, make our own mistakes, make the right decisions. We can do whatever the hell we like because it's our lives and our choice. And likewise with other people too. So what am I saying? The Queen of Swords is saying there's something to cut out here, and it feels like someone else. You need to accept that someone isn't on the same path as you. And that's okay. That's okay. They're making their own decisions, could be going off in a different direction now. You stay on the same path because someone will join you. Someone that you wanted, that thing, whatever it was that you wanted with that person or that business, whatever it is, it will come to join you through someone else or something else or another entity, another business, another job, whatever it is. You can stay on track with what it is and completely trust the universe that it will bring a match to you coming in. In other words, when you draw up this boundary today, you just need to accept it and not let it send you in a tailspin and go, well, it's never going to happen now because it didn't happen through that one person that I've had to cut out, or that one job that I had to leave, or that one project that I had to give up on in my business. You're not a total failure because of it. Stay on your path. Truth is behind that. So that's the truth. There you go. I gave it you. And be true to your truth too. Page of Wands. You've got exciting news about something. Tell us, what's this excitement? Something that deburdens you. It's something that allows you to put down your burdens that you've had. So things getting much lighter for you. And the High Priestess as well, something you intuitively felt was going to happen, was going to show up. So exciting news that something got a whole lot easier, something just worked out and it takes a burden off you. So it could have been something that you've been having to put effort into, or you've been worried about, and that gets lifted today. That's good. There's a bit of excitement there as well. So it's just better than relief. Let's put it that way. It's something that's relief. This is saying relief, but it's more exciting than that. It leads to better things than that. So it's one step above relief. New beginnings is behind that. So it's something maybe that sets you free for a new beginning, or something on the way to a new beginning. It's releasing some burdens. So it could be, I don't know, it could be you were locked into a contract before, that contract is released. Exciting news there. And it allows you to move forward on this new beginning. Something like that, especially with the Justice card coming out here as well. Why Justice? 3 voices, something that broke your heart. Okay, something has been heartbreaking. So it's really been affecting you. That could be the burden. It could be an emotional burden that it was taking on you. Right, so some justice comes to pass today that was having an emotional burden on you, breaking your heart. That it wasn't happening, and it feels like it's happening now. Home, something around your home, where you live, where you work, it could be as well. So it's in your immediate vicinity. So this could be like a best friend was having a really hard time of it or something, or someone that you're living with. Could be you too. But if it's around your home, I don't know, this could be a house kind of a thing for some. Apply it as you see fit, but it feels, yeah, it's definitely something that's been breaking your heart. It's coming right today. Seven of Swords, someone's deceiving though. What's this about? The Emperor, Hang Views. The Emperor's changed their mind. So the Emperor can be a boss. It can be someone that's taking charge of any kind of a situation. It can be someone in personal. It could be someone. It could be someone in a position of power. Get my words out eventually. This could be on the world stage, in fact. Seven of Swords. Someone's been very deceptive. Could find out in the news today. A big deception from someone at the top. An emperor, a president, a prime minister, a leader of a world organization. Could be standing up there on the stage and giving an apology. Change their mind. Could be someone that had, because emperors can, not want to lose face and not want to do a backflip like this one's doing. But they may come with the tail between their legs, guy, and say, I was wrong. Very big of them to do that if they do that. It could be that on the world stage, or it could be someone doing a similar kind of thing in your life, just more personal than that, on a smaller scale than that, on a more local level than that. That there's been a deception. It doesn't feel like it was a really premeditated kind of thing. It's, we all must make mistakes. Like, I'm thinking like, throughout this pandemic, there can be a rigidity in leaders, and this was a new illness, and we learned more and more about it, and we're still learning more and more about it. And not only that, but the whole thing is changing. The different strains are changing it. And so we need to move with that, the times, right? And what is changing. But it's been very slow, that movement. And so now we have restrictions in place that don't match the strains that it is now. It just doesn't make any sense. But we've got leaders who are, no, I made this decision and I don't want to lose face and change my mind. I think the changing of the mind could be happening. And it's not that there was some massive deception. It just didn't change fast enough, that's all. It wasn't premeditated. They weren't like evil, planning it from the start kind of thing. They just didn't flow because of ego, didn't flow as fast as maybe they could have done with the changes. There's very few people that can flow with the changes on a personal level, on a global level, or whatever. Burden is behind that. So someone, especially someone with a burden of responsibility, right, for a lot of people, they can be the slowest ones. We've seen that, haven't we? So that, I do feel like that could be a world stage kind of thing. Very rare, that kind of stuff to come out of my readings, but there it is. And of course, the conspiracy theorists will be saying it was all a plan from the start. It's not. They're just human beings. They're just human beings, and it can be very tricky to be in that leadership position and manage, because let's face it, the ones that get into those positions tend to be the ones with a lot of narcissistic traits, and to even want to be in a position like that of power, and so they're the ones that struggle with their ego more than most. So they're less likely to change their mind, to have that humility to change their mind. So for the kind of person that steps into the leadership role like that struggles the most with their ego. So what's going on in our love lives today? We've got to give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come our way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So in our love lives, we could be getting focused on the long-term kind of a thing of what it is that we want, and happily going about our lives, but in the hope and assured that we'll get what we want in the end. And that's the hermit thing too. You might be cutting someone out of your life today and staying on the path. You're not giving up. So like, people think, oh, there's one particular twin flame for me. In my mind now, it's not that. It's that if you become a divine feminine, so you are raising your vibration, you are mastering your life, you're a master at it, you're going to bring in a divine masculine, a master, someone who's doing the same, right? There's not one earmarked for you, although there's probably one that's a better match for you with all the other stuff too. But stay on that path. If you're on the divine feminine path, it's not about getting that one person that they're not stepping up kind of thing. Your path isn't hindered by someone else, whether they get to the divine masculine or not. It's not at all. You can carry on along that path and bring one that is in. Some of you, it might be about that. Not everyone's going to step up, and we've had that message over and over again. Some of them aren't. Some of them aren't going to step up into that divine masculine. Trust all will be well. So we need to have trust and faith in our love lives today. Even if things or people have fallen away, we've had to cut them out. Trust and have faith, not in that person, but in our path, that we deserve love and that we will get what is that we want. In the end, we will. What else? What else in our love lives today? Self-love. So let's do this for now. Self-love, loving ourselves, being hopeful too. But we've got control. We've got a control aspect here. So, okay. For some of you, this isn't about a world stage, this emperor thing, because the emperor is the divine masculine as well. Could be changing their mind and could be deceptive. So someone might change their mind. They might decide not to. And because control is what the emperor does when they're in their ego too. That they can react in that way. So if they feel like things are slipping through their fingers or they're losing control, that's when they can grip on for control and change their mind completely and say, well, I'm not doing it then. And completely do an about face. So someone, perhaps a masculine energy today could seem to have deceived you. It was no evil plan is what I'm getting from this. It's just they've done an about turn. And yes, it's controlling, but we cling to these things. Our ego clings to these things, and we all do it. We've all got these reactions that happen. But the more you've mastered yourself, the more you're going to bring in people that have mastered themselves too. In other words, if someone is doing that today, they're not the divine masculine or feminine. And so you keep on your path. Don't let that take you off your divine masculine or divine feminine path. You can't carry on mastering yourself and don't have a reaction to them kind of thing. You master yourself or you'll bring someone in. Wow. So we've got communication here and falling in love. So someone could be falling in love with you. And this could be someone at a distance is what I'm getting here, because I'm seeing like the telephone and the computer and all of that. It could be someone who's falling in love with you. You could have a back and forth banter with somebody going on and they're falling in love with you, and they could actually be revealing their feelings just a little bit to you today and say that they think they're falling in love with you or something like that. That's for some of you. What else is in the energies today? It could be a face-to-face thing for some. But with all of these other things, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be an exciting event, an excitement. Wow. Okay, so that page of wands thing is really exciting. Firecracker. It doesn't just relieve your burdens. It's really exciting. It's like, okay, so I downplayed it. It doesn't just relieve your burdens and a relief. It's more than that. I said it's a lot more than that. It is really exciting. Thank you for the confirmation, guys. To put me right on that. Now, it is really exciting. It's a really exciting day. Okay. Good fortune and sun, happiness and well-being. Wow. Wow. Good fortune, says the beetle. Happiness and well-being, says the sun. 4 incredible cards there. So, really exciting day. This puts this in another light. Someone could be taking control now and stepping up. You've been in that self-love thing, and then they could be coming to visit you. You're hearing that it's on its way kind of thing, and that all will be well. So you could have fears and doubts come up. If someone's letting you know, hey, I think I'm falling in love with you, I'm going to come and visit next weekend, you could be like, maybe they won't, all those fears and doubts come up. But someone could be taking control now, communicating that they're falling in love with you, and that's what's so exciting. For some of you, it could be that, these energies could be happening that way. So think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a yellow? I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out to give you your answer. This is just a bit of fun because this is a general reading. If you want me to pull one of those crystals out to answer one of your questions and pull cards out as well for clarity on that, come along to my Psychic Cafe show live here on YouTube. You can find that show, the next show, Laying in Wait, on my YouTube channel by clicking on the Be Healing thing that's down there. And you'll see the next show Laying in Wait, so you can see when it is in your time zone. You can click on Set a Reminder. I can also use those crystals and cards and everything that I've got to channel in private readings too. So book yourself in for a private reading if you want one of those. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there as well. And if you've got specific questions for your reading, if you don't want to just leave it up for me to channel it, which is what I'd usually do. If you want to ask specific questions after you've booked in, just click on the Contact Us page. I can hardly get my words out. Okay, so click on the Contact Us page on my website after you've booked in. How best to deal with these energies today? We've got the Five of Swords. Oh, well, that's interesting, isn't it? There's definitely something to accept today. There's something to leave behind. There's something to cut out. There's something to keep on moving forward on our own path. But there's definitely something to cut out, and there's some negative energy around. It feels like you need to leave something behind to move along to something that's much better, this exciting stuff. You might just need to quit something or someone, or just move away from it. There could be some heartbreak involved, but you're headed towards your justice now. What's really right for you. So even though you've got really good stuff happening, the Five of Swords is kind of saying to me that there is a bit of chaos inside of yourself, maybe outside too, for the movement that's going on. Now, also with this Emperor as well, with this admission that they've changed their mind about it, I do feel like it's going to be put in a very politically correct kind of way, or a way someone's going to try and protect themselves as they do it. They're going to put it in a very, I don't know what the word is, a way that kind of protects themselves. It might seem a bit convoluted, you know, one of those apologies and people saying they've changed their mind, but they've got a reason behind it to protect themselves. It could be like that. You might be reacting. You might be reacting to what's going on today with chaos and conflict inside of yourself, and other people could be too. So just be aware of that. It does feel like very positive shifts though. Anyway, think of a yes or no answer question now. Pause the video if you're not ready for your answer, for your answer is. It's just 22:22 when I look down at the timer for this video then. Your answer is? I can't get hold of it. No, it's the ruby. It's slippy in my fingers for some reason. Okay, there you go. Now you know. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. It really helps my YouTube algorithm out. I say that, but it's actually not doing anything. I don't get the algorithm anymore. Anyway, well, let's hope that it does turn around and they actually start showing people my videos. I don't know what's gone wrong. I've been consistent. I've not done anything wrong as far as I know. They're not showing people my videos anymore. Oh well, we'll see if that changes. Click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down here. I'll carry on going anyway for a while. Anyway, I'm not going to keep on going if they're not doing it, if they're not showing, but let's try. To see more that I do one of these energy updates every single day of the year. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show. I'd love to see you in there. And I do 3 love picker card reads a week as well. If you want to watch one of those, there's one there right now. You can watch that next. And so have the best day ever. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.